What's going on, everybody? David Delano with Bet on Get Sports Strong and GetSportsStrong.com. Free Major League Baseball pick for Tuesday, July 16, 2019. 0-2 day on Monday. Lost the game on the Chicago White Sox and lost the video. Had the over in Game 2 between the Rockies and the Giants. And Chichi Gonzalez and Derek Rodriguez had a pitcher's duel. That game was way off, but it's one loss. One thing I'll say, though, I mean, sometimes things are going to happen. Ultimately, this is always gambling. In Game 1 of the game between the Rockies and Giants, a game that I didn't play, I came across this from ESPN senior writer Tristan Cockcroft. He said that before today, German Marquez, he had never allowed more than 8 runs earned or otherwise in any big league appearance, and he had never failed to complete more than the third inning of any start. And then today he went 2 2/3 innings, gave up 10 runs. You know, so that's the first time it ever happened in his career, but it happened today. So that game, we had a better pitching matchup in Game 1 with Marquez and Samardzija. It goes way over the total. And then Rodriguez and Gonzalez goes way under the total. Sometimes things like that happen in split. The Rockies' offense right now really, really struggling. I mean, 3 runs in 2 games of that doubleheader. Wonder will the Rockies break that losing streak today? I couldn't lay any juice on them. Cannot lay any juice. I don't know what's going on with the Rockies right now. But anyway, pick today that I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with a favorite here, but a decently priced favorite. New York Mets against the Minnesota Twins. You got Steven Martz, 5-6, 4.89 earned run average, going against Michael Pineda for the Twins, who's 6-4 with a 4.56 earned run average. Said I'm going with a favorite, so obviously here the play is going to be the Minnesota Twins at minus 133. Right now, I mean, the Minnesota Twins are number 1 in all of baseball as far as being the most profitable team to bet on, meaning that if you bet on, and I've said this on several other videos, I hate to sound like a broken record, but basically if you don't know what that means, it means if you bet on every team, every game, same amount, the Minnesota Twins would have won you more money than any other team. The New York Mets actually would have lost you more money than any other team in the National League. 3rd worst in all of baseball right now. So the play here is going to be the Twins. I mean, Pineda, his ERA is a little bit high, but he has been pitching better. He's only allowed 1 earned run in 4 out of his last 5 starts. The Minnesota Twins are actually 7-2 in Pineda's last 9 starts. Minnesota Twins lost the last game of the series against the Cleveland Indians on Sunday. Now they had a day off. Minnesota Twins have been great after they lose a game. They're 25-9 coming off of a loss. They're also 32-15 when they're playing against teams with losing records. On the other side, Mats for the Mets, 2-7, 7.07 road earned run average. Mets are just 1-5 in his last 6 starts. And when the Mets have been a road underdog at the money line price of plus 125 and plus 175, the New York Mets are only 2-15, so they do not do well as a road underdog in this spot. Playing the top team in baseball from a betting perspective, minus 133. I think that's a solid price to take the far better team in the Minnesota Twins. Got 2 other picks. Links in the description if you're interested in those. Like I said, I have a dog and a favorite. Dog that I was going to play, and it's not on my card. The dog that I have is actually a much bigger dog than this, but Kansas City Royals, Glenn Sparkman, numbers don't look great on the surface, but way better pitcher at home than he is on the road. And going against the Chicago White Sox, who are really struggling right now. I mean, Sparkman, he's got a 9.22 road earned run average, but just 2.19 at home. Also at night, he's way better. 5 runs, earned run average of 5 runs better at night than during the day. Only thing with that is right now the White Sox, after losing yesterday in a game that looked like they were set up to win, the White Sox are now on a 4-game losing streak. Kansas City Royals are the second worst team in baseball to bet on, behind the Detroit Tigers. So even though I would like the Royals, the plus 105, I'd want a little bit more value than that to take the Royals going against a White Sox team that should be hungry for a win there. So one last thing to throw out there, because I know sometimes I just mention the best team to bet on, the worst team, just in case you don't know where to find this information. Right now, top 5 teams to bet on this season in Major League Baseball. Number 1, Minnesota Twins. Number 2, Texas Rangers. Number 3, Atlanta Braves. Number 4, LA Dodgers. And number 5, New York Yankees. So pretty interesting there, especially with some teams that are favored quite often. Still, even with the big juice, they have been profitable to bet on this season. And then looking at the 5 worst teams after today, you got Toronto Blue Jays at 26, New York Mets at 27, Baltimore Orioles at 28, Kansas City Royals at 29, and the Detroit Tigers at number 30. So that's something to kind of keep an eye on there as you're going through the play for the video is going to be the Minnesota Twins on the money line, minus 133. We're going to have a bounce back day today. Hopefully sweep this board 3-0. God bless everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck on whatever you're playing. If you haven't subscribed yet, I really would appreciate it. If nothing else, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a great day.